For so many of us, it started with those glasses. Patty Greene, on her first day at Weemawee knowing she didn't fit, walking in anyway. If you ever watched that opening and felt, "That's me," then you already know why this channel exists. 43 years on, these faces carry stories worth remembering. Square Pegs only ran one season, but it was the first show that made being a square peg feel like the better choice. And the cast who brought those hallways to life carried something from Weemawee into everything that came next. I'd love to know who you watched Square Pegs with. A sibling? A best friend? Maybe just yourself and a bowl of cereal on a Monday night. If that memory is sitting with you right now, share it below. Lauren Hutchinson walked through those doors first, and the woman behind her has lived a story that makes everything else worth watching. Lauren Hutchinson wasn't the coolest girl at Weemawee. She was the one who wanted to belong so badly she could barely breathe. And for so many of us watching at home, that was the most honest thing on television. Amy Linker played Lauren across all 20 episodes. What most fans never knew is that the show's producers had her wear fake braces and a padded suit the entire season. They thought she was too attractive for the role. She showed up every single week and made you forget that entirely. She was 16 when that season aired. Today, at 59, she's aging with incredible grace. After the show, she enrolled at Wellesley College, graduating in 1989 with a degree in French studies. She later earned a Master of Social Work from USC and now works as a psychotherapist. The girl America watched, stumbling through Weemawee's hallways, spent the decades that followed learning how to help other people find their footing. The moment Jennifer DiNuccio spoke, the hallway shifted. That Valley Girl drawl, that practiced look of complete certainty. She defined what popular meant at Weemawee. And for anyone who ever felt on the wrong side of it, she was the face you watched most carefully. Tracy Nelson brought her to life at 19. She came from a family Hollywood could barely contain. The daughter of Ricky Nelson, the granddaughter of Ozzie and Harriet. She now had history in her bones long before she set foot at Weemawee. After the show Father Dowling, Mysteries gave her one of her most celebrated roles, running on NBC from 1989 to 1991. Life handed her a real challenge in 1987, just 1 month after her wedding. She met it with courage and came through. Today at 62, time has only deepened her elegance. She's still working, still carrying that Nelson name with everything it holds. And somewhere in every room she enters, Jennifer DiNuccio probably still shifts the hallway. One face in that cast was keeping a secret during filming that had nothing to do with Weemawee and everything to do with outer space. Marshall Bleachtman never walked into a room without something to say. An SNL reference, a Monty Python bit, he just wanted the silence gone. He wasn't trying to be popular. He was trying to make you laugh. John Femia was 15 when they filmed the pilot, the youngest face in that main cast and one of the most naturally funny. After the show, he stepped back from Hollywood, and the trail goes quiet not long after that. Some people walk away. That's its own kind of story. Johnny Slash didn't fit the Weemawee mold. He wasn't trying to. Oversized sunglasses, new wave cool, the absolute certainty that being different was the point. For anyone who ever watched from the outside, he was the one who made outside feel like exactly the right place to be. Merritt Butrick brought him to life at 23. And while Johnny Slash lounged through CBS Monday nights, Butrick had already been cast in something bigger. He was playing the son of Captain Kirk in Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. Two completely different worlds, one actor. He was 23 when that season first aired. He left us in 1989 at 29. The Names Project AIDS Memorial Quilt holds 2 panels in his name. In 2008, Sarah Jessica Parker and Jami Gertz recorded a tribute for the DVD release. It still carries the weight of real loss. Johnny Slash told a whole generation that being different was okay. Merritt Butrick made sure we'd never forget it. If any of this is landing the way it's landing for me, stay with us. There are still faces ahead worth every minute. I'd love to know in the comments which one means the most to you. Claudette Wells walked onto that set as the oldest face in the main cast. She was 28 years old, playing a 14-year-old freshman. Not one viewer ever questioned it. LaDonna Fredericks was the only black character in a cast that otherwise looked exactly like what primetime TV expected in 1982. That mattered then. It still does. After Weemawee Wells built a voice career that took her into places most people never thought to look. Mulan, Shrek, Kill Bill. Her voice is woven into films a whole generation grew up watching. And Tracy Nelson, her on-screen best friend, became her real one. They've stayed close for more than 40 years. She was 28 when that season aired. Today, at 72, she still carries the same spark we remember. In 2024, Wells published her debut novel, Fine French Dogs, the story of an actress who leaves everything behind to start over in Paris. Some stories take their time. One face is still ahead. And where she ended up after Weemawee is the last place any of us would have guessed. That leather jacket, that walk down the hallway. Vinnie Pasetta didn't need lines to make his presence felt. He was the bad boy Jennifer DiNuccio kept on her arm, and the one everyone else watched from across the room. John Caleri was 22 when that season started. After the show, he appeared in a handful of other productions through 1986, and then the trail ends. Vinnie Pasetta was always more interesting than the answers. John Caleri turned out to be the same way. What does it take to go from chairwoman of the Weemawee Pep Committee to co-owner of an NBA franchise? Ask Jami Gertz. Muffy Tepperman was the character you couldn't ignore even when you wanted to. Always prepared, always cheerful, always one step ahead. She was ambition with a clipboard. For anyone who ever recognized that energy, Muffy Tepperman felt uncomfortably familiar. After Square Peg's Gertz moved fast, 16 Candles in 1984, The Lost Boys in 1987, Twister in 1996, a 4-season run on Still Standing for CBS, an Emmy nomination for Ally McBeal in 2002. She was discovered by Norman Lear in a nationwide talent search and studied drama at NYU. She was never just a supporting player. She was 16 when she played Muffy. Today, at 60, she wears every year beautifully. In 2015, she and her husband Tony Ressler purchased the Atlanta Hawks for $850 million. The deal was closed over the phone from inside a closet. Jami Gertz is now the public face of one of the NBA's most recognizable franchises. No pep committee could have seen that coming. One face remains, and she played the girl who never quite fit in at Weemawee. What she became is the reason people still remember this show today. Before Carrie Bradshaw changed television, she was just a girl in glasses trying to make it through freshman year at Weemawee High. That girl was Patty Greene, And the actress behind her had already earned her place long before the cameras ever rolled. Sarah Jessica Parker. I seem thee. I've urged a different sippercare been on Broadway since childhood, playing the lead in Annie before she set foot at Weemawee. At 17, she brought a full professional career, a pair of round glasses, and a character who just wanted to belong somewhere. That's the part that mattered most. Patty didn't need to be the most popular. She just wanted to matter to someone. And for so many of us watching at home, that was simply the truest thing on screen. She was 17 when that season aired. Today, at 61, she radiates the same warmth decades later. Sex and the City ran for 6 seasons on HBO, earning 2 Emmy Awards and 4 Golden Globes. And just like that, brought Carrie Bradshaw back for 3 more seasons, wrapping in August 2025. On January 8, 2026, Sarah Jessica Parker received the Carol Burnett Award at the Golden Globes. She accepted it the way Patty Greene walked into Weemawee on that first day, like she already knew who she was. Some people never lose the thing that made them matter in the first place. But we can't close this story without honoring the heart at its center. Johnny Slash gave a generation something television rarely offered in 1982. The grace of being fully, unapologetically themselves. Not performing cool, not trying to fit, just being exactly who he was. Merritt Butrick left us in 1989 at 29. His Star Trek family never forgot him. Neither did the cast who stood beside him at Weemawee. People still discover square pegs today, and every time they find Johnny Slash waiting, still cool, still unhurried, still there. Decades have passed since Weemawee High closed its doors. The feeling it left never really did. That's not an accident. Some shows find the right people at exactly the right time. The waitresses are still playing in some corner of our memory, and somewhere Patty Greene is still walking through that door. When you think of square pegs, who comes to mind first? Was it Patty, Lauren, Johnny, Slash, or maybe someone you haven't thought about in years? I'd love to know in the comments. There are more of these waiting. More shows, more faces, more afternoons worth going back to. Until then, take good care of yourself.